didn't want to narrate my whole process so as not to disrupt my own flow, but I do see the benefit of having been gifted this quality of space where part of my preparatory energy has still been connected to teaching mode. So although I have been taking the space for myself, I see the opportunity to bring forth some of that information. So I'm doing that by way of reflection. So I'm kind of breaking each stage of my voice work practice into sections and reflecting on each of those. So I've just been combining some physical warm-ups with voice in a way that maybe is not usual for me, although I do like to do physical movement and vocalization together. Usually I like to feel physically that I'm in a space where things are fluid and flexible before I start introducing the voice. But the intention I was bringing into my practice today was actually about, okay, I have been traveling basically for 2 days and doing a lot of sitting, and have been quite kind of compact and tight and restricted, and partly because of that, that's had an impact on my voice, but also I've been in different environments, not in my usual living space, so my habits of vocalization have been different. I'll say that they have been less free, perhaps, the way that I would vocalize at home in my own space, even just in terms of moving around my space, doing things, talking to myself, giving myself reminders, interacting with the cat. Those are all vocal habits that then change when my environment changes. So that's also been something I've been noticing over the last couple of weeks when I've been in different spaces, different dynamics, shared spaces where you maybe are vocalizing in a more restricted way for lots of different reasons. So I really wanted to initiate my warm-up and transition into vocalizing with this, like, oh, I feel like I need to break free of the constraints and the tension that have built up over the last wee while. So I decided to time myself because I was just interested to see how long it actually took me to get to what my usual sequence would be for warming up, which is kind of systematically going through all the joints and working from top to bottom. And still 5 minutes in, I was still on the floor, still breathing, still stretching, trying to open the hip flexors and just connecting with my body. Another 5 minutes in, I had transitioned into more rotation and still on the floor, because I really felt that was the place that I needed to start today, because everything feels tight. I needed to really open and surrender and try and create some space in the body, and I needed the floor to support me to be able to do that. So I was still on the floor, but also very early on I started introducing vocalizations into my warm-up, because I kind of realized, okay, the tension that's been creeping in, which has both been physical and related to the flexibility of the vocal expression, particularly in a kind of speech context, has been held. And actually, if I move and I invite myself to start creating sound that correlates to the space that I'm creating, that can also double up as a warm-up, and I can listen to my voice, and that can really be an indicator to me as to like, oh, how open am I? How flexible am I? Because I know my voice and my body well enough, and my tonal quality to really be able to read the nuances of my frequency and understand, you know, oh, actually maybe I need to do a little bit more opening, and maybe the intercostal muscles need a little bit more space, maybe I need to create some room down here so that the airflow feels more easy, maybe I need to really loosen the kind of tight areas around the coccyx and the back. So I was just playing with that and started off with sighing and exhaling, breathing through tension as I was holding, and actively initiating yawning, but vocalizing on that sound. Just trying to gently stretch the vocal cords and start to move through the range of my voice as I start to open and expand and move the range of my body as well. So still almost 15 minutes in, I had only just stood up and actually managed to transition to a kind of low-hanging posture like this, where I felt I was able to start working on dropping the shoulders and trying to shift some of this real tightness that I was feeling around the back from sitting on a bus and a train for ages. So working through that, and then just at the 15-minute point I was then starting to work down head rotation, neck, shoulders, and moving through and getting the circulation going. So that's step one, and the body is feeling a bit more limber, and the voice is feeling ready to explore the next stage. So I've done some vocal warm-ups that have got me to a sort of a baseline where I feel I'm able to do a little bit more active work, but I feel my speech is needing some attention. And fortunately, in the space that I'm in, there are lots of nice books and resources downstairs. So what I've done is I've just grabbed a couple of pieces of reading material that are completely unfamiliar to me, that are just, yeah, sort of nice, uplifting bits of text. So I'm gonna read these from fresh and play around a little bit with my articulation and pitch as well, because I've been kind of highlighted to that recently and haven't had much of a chance to explore that. So let's go for this. Wild Woman Awake. Awaken, wild, wonderful woman, to the truth of who you are. Allow yourself to feel your feelings. Adventures call. Be true to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Believe in your power and strength. You were called to the dance of living wild and free. Celebrate each other, the seasons, the full moon. Dress for yourself. Do what needs to be done with love. No more shoulds. End the reign of critics, both internal and external. Emerge from the chrysalis. It's time to fly. Forget nice. Feed yourself what nourishes and inspires you. Freedom begins in the mind and the heart. Grieve your losses. Cry. Wail. You will get through. Give yourself the gift of choice. Hold yourself dear. Head to toe, love your body. Help yourself to healing. Invite friends to ceremonies to mark transitions. Inhibitions are not part of a wild woman's wardrobe. Juice up your thoughts, your actions, your life. Jump! It's not as far as it seems. Kindle the kind of friendships you dream about. Soul friends are the greatest treasure. Kiss more. Listen to your inner voice. Life is meant to be fun. Live joyfully. Laugh from your belly. Love. Meditate and pray to strengthen and deepen your connection to spirit. Melt into loving. Nature awaits your presence. Notice the good things. No is a very good word to use when you mean no. Own what is yours. Let go of projections. Open your world to new opportunities, new creativity. Play with colour, paint, weave, wear. Protect your wild heart with great self-esteem. Question yourself. Am I leading the life I want to lead? If not, why not? If not now, when? Relax, slow down, refuse to be crushed, restrained, or tamed. Revive and revere your inner goddess. Let her shine. Sensuality is wholesome. Enjoy. Speak your truth. Sing. Put on some great music and shake out all that holds you back. Touch the earth. Get your hands in the soil. Trust your intuition. Tell naysayers goodbye. Take risks. Undo learnt behaviours which harm you. Use your resources to support you. Value your dreams and aspirations. Start today to make them come true. Wild is different for each woman, so honour your unique wildness. Expect to make a difference. Expect change and expansion. Yes, you can be wild, you can be free, wholeheartedly you. Zany, wacky, doesn't matter what they call you. Welcome home, wild, wonderful woman. And that is by Susanna Michaelis, who is a celebrant healer and writer. Nice. So yeah, that was a little, I think I was meant to find that today. That feels like a good manifesto for the wild women. And yeah, just, it's nice to dip into someone else's words and different texts, just to play around with texture and sound and get into a different flow and pattern with expression. And I'm feeling already that my pentameter and my tongue, teeth, lips are working in a more harmonious way. So that's the next stage of today's warm-up. So I think this is going to be a good one. This is a happiness manifesto, A to Z of living happy. So everything has been done with alliteration, which is gonna get things going. Either that, or I'm going to get tongue-tied. Accept yourself, accept others, appreciate each other, and have adventures. Breathe deeply, believe in love, be still now and again and again. Choose calm and compassion, count your blessings, cuddle, care for all creatures, celebrate life. Dance wildly, dream passionately, dare to be different, delight in the little things. Eat with awareness, encourage a child, enjoy being in your body. Forgive yourself, forgive others, have faith, flow with change, follow your bliss. Greet a stranger, grow plants, go within, giggle. Hug an old person, hold hands, help where you can. Let love heal, honour all people. Invite folks into your home and into your heart. Imagine peace, know that we are interdependent. Think juicy, live juicy, judge no one. Kiss a friend, practice kindness. Laugh like a child, listen with your heart, let go of old stuff. Love who you are with, let your light shine. Make soup, make friends, make a difference. Expect miracles, nourish one another, have naps, enjoy and respect nature. Open your mind, open your heart, watch for opportunities, try optimism, pray for peace, play for fun, live on purpose, question your intention, enjoy your life's quest. Rest like a tree, read less negativity, rejoice in loving friendships, reach out and touch, sing from your heart, smell the roses, speak your truth with love, simplify your life, smile, surprise yourself, turn off the TV, take time to see with new eyes, touch sorrow with compassion, try tenderness, trust, understand that we are all one family, unite with others in candlelit silence, visualize a happy, loving, peaceful life, visit places of beauty, wake with gratitude, walk in wonder, work with love. X marks the spot, it's right here, right now. Stay young at heart and yes to life. Yes, yes, yes. Sleep with gratitude and love. So that's another happiness manifesto, Susanna Michaelis. Blah, blah, blah. I can actually feel my saliva is like trying to escape my mouth. But just, yeah, something there about reading for yourself with the focus of how can I get this sonic feedback loop where I'm reading it and I'm aware and I'm conscious, but I'm trying to disrupt the self-consciousness that comes when we are listening to ourselves talking, because I think when we're interacting and when we're dialoguing with people, and it's the moment that we step into the awareness space of like the outsider or the audience, and we try and take on that role, that the inner critic takes over, and then we are listening to the words that we're saying in real time through the lens of, oh, you know, that's not very good, you sound silly, all the stories, all the beliefs that are attached to a lack of self-confidence. So giving the task of reading with as much clarity as you can, just to really get your get your tongue and lips round the words, you know, and also because it's not your pen, your writing, you can really fall into all of the punctuation, you know, and exclamation as well, just the way that somebody's chosen to format it. Like this is written with all different colours, so just by the very nature of that, you feel that there's like a different tone or a different quality with each colour. So I think, yeah, it's just like giving fresh perspective to any text that you're coming to first and foremost. So that felt like a really helpful exercise for me, and I feel like the quality of my speaking voice from starting point where I was at today was kind of like, I was getting a bit monotone, I was getting a bit, you know, coming across as vocal fatigue, even though I hadn't really been using my voice much today, and my energy is quite good today, but still I was, I don't sound upbeat, I don't feel like I'm communicating, the energy of my communication doesn't actually match, you know, how I feel. So a little activation exercise like that is a nice transition on the route way to building up to full voiced singing. To finish today's voice work session, I had brought preemptively this new book to start writing in, and after doing the text and speech stuff, I felt like I was more in a space where I wanted to kind of channel that writing voice. I'd created some space physically and I'd done a bit of sounding and was kind of feeling quite expressive, but didn't necessarily feel like that was going to translate to full voiced singing. So I've been in a creative process of writing to a beat. So this is for a specific project of mine called Truth Seeker. So I am getting back into that writing practice, and I wanted, to initiate that again so that I can be consistent and committed to that. So having done the prior preparation, even though today wasn't really about exploring like a big range with my voice in terms of sound, you know, like going all the way up to maximum capacity in my upper range, it's interesting, you know, to still translate the same approach of preparation and dialoguing with the body to create space, and then with that space in your playtime, which today was writing, you know, I think the results would have been very different had I just come in and opened the book and started from that point without any of this prior work. So yes, that's for another project, so that's not for sharing on this platform, but that's just a little bit of an insight into today's explorations and how I decided to use my time for voice work for me. So I just wanted to share that, and hopefully that's given you some insight into my processes and maybe inspired you to approach your own creative practice with some of these tools and techniques. And if you're looking for support with that, reach out to me, and there are a range of ways for me to assist you. So yeah, take care.